Welcome to the Lampvicious Podcast. My name is Patrick Doc Francis, aka CIKENT on Instagram. And we're here today with a special show. I'm going to introduce our co-host, Lady T. Come on
Hey,
in.
hey everybody.
How you doing?
I'm good. I missed y'all last week.
I know, huh? So I done done a show without you last week, and now I'm doing it without the other co-host this week. So shout out to Lloyd Lindley. He's on vacation, maxing, relaxing, chilling.
Damn.
So you just got back from vacation. I know last time we talked, you was heading out. Summertime is ready, and you were going to where?
Vegas.
Did you bring me back some money?
No, you didn't send me your $50.
It was I owe you.
Some for you on the blackjack table.
Okay, so how did it go out there though? But I know it was hot, right?
Yeah, it was hot. It was 118 degrees.
Ooh.
Yeah, like it was when we first got there. It was like 11 o'clock at night. It was 102, no sun. Like
11 o'clock at night, yeah, 102,
no breeze.
Now you're in Dallas, so I know Houston is hot.
We get hot, yeah, but like right now it's 90, but we got a little breeze. So I'm very grateful for Texas weather today because it's dry heat up there, and it's just heat.
So what? I don't even know what's better because I hear both. Like dry heat is better than the humidity out here in Houston, because I know, like, especially women say the humidity freezes up people's hair, yeah. But the dry heat,
natural. Yeah,
the dry heat actually like causes your skin to break and stuff like that. And
yeah, I got a heat rash.
Heat rash.
Ooh. Yeah. Yep. We did ATVs. We did a lot of outside stuff. So we went to the Grand Canyon. We went to do the ATVs. We zip line. We did all that. So we was outside a lot, and it was hot.
I see. So before we start with our guests, let's see. There's a couple of current events going on.
Mm-hmm.
So now we were talking about wearing masks. In Vegas, nobody was wearing a mask, right?
Nope.
Because I'm thinking, like, in Texas, of course, I don't know if Texas is just different than everybody else, but I don't know if Nevada is following suit. But basically, you go out now, nobody's wearing a mask, and it's like no thoughts or worries about COVID-19 anymore. Yeah. Now, back at work, though, we still have to wear masks, and I see restaurant workers and stuff like that. They're still doing it. But
at our school, because I'm in professional development this week, so she actually made the decision that if you've been vaccinated, you don't have to wear your mask anymore. But if you have not been vaccinated, you do have to wear a mask to come in the building. So,
and now are they asking, getting documentation that you've been vaccinated?
Yeah, they're asking just to give a copy of it.
Okay. Because I know with traveling, once again, like cruises, Florida, a judge made a ruling that they cannot force people to get vaccinated before they get on the cruise.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's gonna stand or is they gonna change it. And I think that's just in Florida. So you gotta, if you're going on a cruise, you gotta go to Florida.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can make it on the ship if you're not vaccinated. But
right. I don't know, but I can't. Even when we came back from Vegas, I was like, coming back home, it was like nobody's wearing masks anymore. I feel like when I left, we were wearing masks. And when I came back, it's like, nope.
Right. So we shall see. So let's go ahead and get into the show. So we have a IT consultant professional that's coming on the show. I'm going to go ahead and bring her on now. So everybody welcome Jane Udoewa. Hello, Jane.
Hey, Jane.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Awesome. So you have an extensive background, a lot of information. So I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience and kind of tell them who you are, where you're from, and what are you doing now?
So I'm Jane, a Houston native, been here my whole life, went to school briefly. I left to go to Waco, Baylor, Texas. So I majored in computer science. Back then, the program was very new. So I was one of the first graduates, or African-American graduates from the computer science program at Baylor. And ever since then, I have continued to work in IT. Currently doing my own thing as a consultant, working with various government agencies, helping them implement their cost and scheduling systems. And then, of course, on the side, I do a lot of work in the community because I just love.
Wow, that's awesome. How does it feel to be one of the first like African Americans to be coming out of that?
It was cool. I mean, the school didn't really recognize it. It was us that kind of got together and was like, did y'all realize we're the first? And, you know, we should celebrate. So that was cool. It wasn't easy. The professors were much harder on me. I had a professor tell me, you know how the saying always says, if you're Black, you have to do like 200 times better.
Mm-hmm.
Like a professor actually told me that. He was like, you're not going to make it in this field unless you're above the rest. So that was my motivation to keep pushing.
Right. And you were recognized by Who's Who Diaspora, the Nigerian Story. And is that a publication?
Yes, that's a publication. If you guys want to know more about it, it's whoiswhonigerian.com. So basically, the diaspora means anybody of Nigerian descent, and you're no longer in Nigeria. So you could be anywhere in London. So it's shining a light on Nigerian Americans or anybody who's doing something good. It's a chance to tell our story in our way.
Awesome. And that's what we are doing. But as far as Lampbitious, we are shining a light on you. And the spotlight is STEM spotlight. And it says Jane Udoewa is the third African-American female to graduate in computer science from Baylor University, as you mentioned. And she is an independent IT consultant for DOE. What does that stand for again?
Department of Energy.
Department of Energy subsidiaries across the U.S. implementing cost and earned value management systems. So that sounds like some complicated stuff.
No, it just sounds fancy.
That is an awesome title. So tell us about like the STEM part. So for, you know, we have a lamp camp going on in conjunction with RICO and a church and a bunch of other nonprofits. So we actually went in and kind of shined a light on STEM and telling students what STEM is. So could you kind of break that down, the acronym STEM, and how is that related to your field?
Sure. STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And more recently, I've heard STEAM. They've thrown art in there. So like, that wasn't around when I was growing up. But basically, that's the field I am in. So I guess I fall in the technology, the T, since I work with information systems, working with computers. So I remember I've always been a fan of technology. I've loved computers. And I've always told myself, as long as I'm in the workforce, I'm always going to be doing something with technology. It's just always been so interesting to me to learn how something works, like on the back end, what makes this actually function. So
I see.
Yeah.
Was there like one moment that made you be like, oh, I just want to be in technology? What was that defining moment?
I don't know. I don't think I have one, but I remember watching, I think it was the Olympics when I was a kid, and like I saw somebody running with like an artificial leg. And I was like, that is so cool that they did that. Like, how do you do that? So initially I went to Baylor and my major was biomedical engineering. So I wanted to build medical devices to help people, but I took that biology class at Baylor.
What happened?
I know what I'm talking about. Those are some weed out courses.
Yeah.
So I dropped the biology part and I just did computer science and been running with it ever since.
Yeah, that is true. Those freshman classes start out with like, you may have an auditorium of like 150 people. And then by the time you get to the third year, you see like 30 of them. And it's like, where'd everybody go? And you're like, I'm glad I made it this far. And it made me think about when you said the professor was pretty much harder on you. Is that right? So
Mhm.
that made me think about, I don't know if y'all watch Power.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the episodes, but the professor, I think, was telling what's Ghost's son name?
Ooh,
Tariq.
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 He was
Yes.
talking to Tariq about how he's gonna be harder on him, you
Right.
know, for the future. So in your opinion, do you think that is fair because of the way society is set up?
No, it wasn't fair. Honestly, in the beginning, I was really upset with him. I was like, he's racist, he's that. But now, as I'm older, I get where he was coming from. And I don't think it's fair. I even think some of us African Americans, we are doing 10 times better, but it's still not yielding the results we want. You know, sometimes people are just getting by because of who they know
Yeah.
or who their parents are. And so I don't know. No, to answer your question, I don't think that was fair for him to be harder on me.
Have you experienced that, Lady T, as far as coming up in like education or certain fields? I guess it depends on the field that you're in, because I know engineering and stuff like that, there's very few females and it's a male dominated
Mm.
industry. So you're gonna
Um,
have to jump a lot of hurdles.
yeah, I'll say personally, I haven't necessarily experienced that. I was always like the only Black girl in my class growing up, and so my dad kind of instilled like you're gonna have to work 10 times harder, like you're gonna have to be the smartest one, you're gonna have to, so it's like a expectation, on performance.
Mhm.
So, but he built that into us to where we love to learn. So it wasn't like a forced thing. It was something that it was just like, okay, like that's a goal, like that's what we want to do. So that's kind of how I was driven.
Mhm.
But I think that like looking different than everybody else in my class played a huge factor, because it was like you're already the only Black person, in the classroom. And it's like you don't want to be the one at the bottom of the totem pole either. So
Right.
I just push myself and
That's true. I can see pros and cons to it,
yeah.
because if you're getting pushed harder,
Yeah.
even in athletics, sometimes that makes you,
Yeah.
go to that next level that you probably wouldn't have went to if
Right.
you weren't pushed as hard.
Right.
But then at the same time, it's like, how come I'm not getting the same opportunities on a level playing field as someone else just because of gender,
Absolutely.
color, or background, or whatever it is? So
Yeah.
there are pros and cons to it, and I guess y'all gotta you gotta basically do your best to get past it.
Mhm.
Now we had another question about so as far as just purpose, do you feel like this is a calling? Were you automatically talented in this area, or is this something you really actually had to work at and was like, okay, I like it, and now I got to work hard on it?
Which area? Technology?
Technology.
No, I think I struggled in school.
Oh, really?
I had to study. I remember being jealous of my two brothers because they were just naturally smart.
Mhm.
So for me, it was working hard and studying. Even in college, it was difficult because you had friends in other majors and they were going out, and I would be in that computer lab. Sometimes we slept in the computer lab because you was writing a piece of code and it could be one line that does not work. You missed a period or something so small and it throws your whole program off. So for me, it's just been hard work that's got me to where I am.
Okay. And okay. Now there's some other things that I was looking at on your page, and it's the Nigeria Cultural Parade. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, that is something I'm very excited about and proud about. The fifth annual Nigeria Cultural Parade and Festival is going to be happening October the 2nd in downtown Houston near the Toyota Center.
Okay.
So I own a company called Culturally Nija, and then I have a co-host who owns a company called We Lead. So we came together and we put this event on. And it's basically in honor of Independence Day for Nigeria. That's October 1st. This will be the 61st year. But what we do, instead of focusing on that independence, we focus on the culture. So we try to showcase all the different tribes. I know a lot of people only know like Yoruba and Igbo, but there's over like 300 different tribes. So we encourage all the different groups to come out, wear your traditional outfits, or if you have a chant, you can come. So it kicks off at 10 a.m. with the parade. Then after the parade, we meet at Root Memorial Square Park, and there's a festival, and there'll be food provided by Wazobia and lots of vendors and other fun things happening.
And this is what you and your partner put this together?
Yes.
Okay. So started 5 years ago. So from the birth of it 5 years ago up until coming on the 5th year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how has it grown? Like, tell me how did it look when it first started the first year compared to like the last year? Like, so COVID, you didn't do it last year, is that correct?
Right. We ended up doing something virtual, and we collaborated with New York City, who also has a parade.
Okay. So how much has it grown since then?
Oh my gosh, it's grown. I wish I had the stats. I was about to give you some numbers, but let me not make up numbers. But it's I want to say it's at least tripled, if not more, from the beginning. And it still has so much potential because you still talk to some people. Houston's large, and they were like, I've never heard of this parade.
Right.
So what I love is when somebody comes organically, like, oh, I saw this somewhere and I want to know more. That really gets me excited versus, oh, I'm just coming because I'm Jane's friend. But we love to see all the different cultures come out. You know, there's all races come out because they want to learn, and especially they love our food. So if you haven't had Nigerian food, come on out to the parade and festival and get a taste.
Okay. And hey, Miss Lady T.
Yeah.
So we got a surprise for you, Jane. So this is what we call putting you on the spot. All right. I'm gonna let Lady T start it off, and we're gonna ask you some random questions.
Okay.
And may or may not have anything to do with your career or what we're talking about on today's show. So, are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
You are.
Well, ready or not, here we come. So, Lady T, I'll let you go first with the question.
Yeah. So my question is, what is the most exotic food you've eaten in your lifetime? Like the most exotic, the most, you know.
I don't know. Does octopus count?
Yes, I was hoping you were going to say that. I looked at your plate and I was like,
oh my gosh, it was so good.
It was good.
So good. It looks weird, but it tastes delicious.
I was like, no, I don't know about that one.
I told Lady T, you're gonna see some tentacles when you're eating it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, you know, you got to try it. I tried it once, and it was.
I'm like,
it was
is
good.
it squishy?
It was.
Kind of rubbery.
Person said, ew.
Who said ew?
Tell us what's the texture of it?
Yeah, what's the texture? I'm a texture person.
Then you probably won't like it.
Is it like I'm gonna let you tell me.
I think it more was kind of rubbery.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So let me ask you. I actually have a whole bunch of questions, but these are like questions of more like getting to know about the culture. Actually, so you said to what was that? I think you said where you're talking about the languages, Edo, or
Igbo.
Igbo. What is that? The language, or is that a tribe? You said
it's a. I guess they call it it's a tribe and a language.
Is that like the most predominant? That's the dominant tribe, or
so there's
population?
3 major ones. There's Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo.
Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so is this like like in America, the states? So is it like that in Nigeria? Is it like you got the country and is the tribes like states?
So they have, so of course, Nigeria is a country, and then they have states. So you may have heard of Lagos, that's a state. Abuja, that's a state. And then within there, you have local government areas. That's more like saying like your village, like where exactly are you from? So that's it. They don't really do like the mayor system. The person who runs the area is the governor.
Okay.
Okay.
And now the term, I think it's Niger. Okay, so
that's slang, just for saying Nigeria.
That's just slang.
Slang, okay. Niger is short.
Okay. I was wondering if it has something else, some other meaning to it, but it's just a slang for Nigerian person.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Kirsten said, I love Niger food and
people.
Igbo, is that right?
Igbo.
Igbo. Okay. Now my other question is, I worked with this guy, and tell me, because I wasn't sure, this was a long time ago. He actually had like a whole or half a goat at the house. So he was like, yeah, I have a goat and I'm gonna eat a little by little, pretty much all year. And he was like, this is what we do. This is what we do. He said, I'm gonna eat this goat all year. I ain't gotta worry about food. And and so literally I check to see what he's eating at lunch probably once a week. So he'd have like the brain one week, maybe like the nose or and then I don't know, that may have been the appetizers, and then he'd go on and he had like the ribs and all of that. So is this something that is goat, something that is kind of like cattle out here in Texas?
Yeah, we eat a lot of goat. So there are farms around here in the Houston area where they actually raise goat. Just like, the chicken farms where you go see the chicken. So we go to the farm and you get to pick the goat you want. You're like, I want that one or that one, the big one, the skinny one. And then
nobody wants the skinny one, do they?
I know, right? Or then you actually watch them kill it. That's the kind of gross part. You don't have to, but the goats know they're about to die because they start crying. They're like,
really?
They're making all this noises.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious. So they kill the goat. I mean, it's a process. You're just sitting there watching. They skin it, they clean it, and it's a goat. So you take it home and you put it in your freezer. You can eat on it all year long. It's a lot of meat. So that's probably he put it in his deep freezer and was just pulling out some every couple months. Wow.
Yeah, he went from the rooter to the tutor. He ate the whole thing.
I don't know about eating brains and all that. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that was a movie I was watching, so I don't know. He ate pretty much everything. Yeah. Eyeballs and everything.
So goat or cow? Which one did you prefer?
I'm going with cow.
I'm gonna go with goat.
Goat, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not too far off from each other, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I could. Goat has a distinct smell.
Yeah.
That I'm like, okay, now if I ever walk in and somebody's cooking goat, I'll know off top. For sure.
At the store they even sell goat cheese. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah, I've seen goat cheese. Yeah.
You know what? I've never had goat cheese.
I haven't had it, but I
haven't had it either.
But yeah. Okay, so let me see. That wasn't even my actual question. So okay. My actual random question is if you had to do anything other than what you're doing, like for instance, a fantasy job, it could be singing, acting, like what would you be doing if you said, hey, I want to choose to do this because I can't do what I'm doing now?
I don't know. I'm doing what I love. I'm working in technology and then I'm helping the community. I would probably have like a community center. Just a place for resources, because I've learned that there's so much out there and you just don't know. Like, I just want you to come to me and I give you the tools. Like, never say I can't afford college. There is always a way. There's a loan, there's a grant. Like, they have scholarships just for people who are left-handed.
Right.
So I would love to do that. Or, okay, I got it. Let me make it interesting. Okay. My dream has always been to be in a music video.
A music
So
video.
that's what I would do. I would be in somebody's music video.
Now we got to figure out what kind of music you're talking about.
No.
Now you talking about
who is the artist?
No,
We
so
need
I
details.
remember having this dream when I was watching this Biggie Smalls video and Mary J. Blige was in it, and they were just sitting at the table at the bar. Like that's all I wanted to do.
okay.
No dancing.
So no BBD poison.
No.
Okay. Now you mentioned the things that you're doing in the community, and once again, that's what we're about. So tell us about what you do in the community, and you mentioned scholarships and different opportunities. So you mentioned if you're left-handed, there might be a scholarship for that. Well, guess what? You better, if you're right-handed, start practicing with your left hand. You might be able to get something out of it. You might have an ambidextrous scholarship because you're both handed now.
Right.
So tell us about like what do you do in the community, who do you do it with, and a little bit about the scholarship opportunities.
So I think I probably got started. I took a program called HBLI, Houston Black Leadership Institute, where they recognize young Black leaders in the Houston community. And we basically learned about so much. There's so much you don't know about Houston, like Freedman's Town. They took us to there. And so ever since then, I've been more involved in giving back. Anytime I see a volunteer opportunity, I'm there, whether it's when we had the flood a couple of years, people were going back, cleaning out everyone's house so there was no asbestos or stuff like that. I just love community and giving back. So as part of the Nigerian Cultural Parade and Festival, we also implemented giving back. And we currently have a scholarship contest going on right now where a high school student has the ability to win $1,000. So what's different about this is you don't have to write an essay. Who likes to write, right? So your answer will be recorded by video. And then you upload that video and then we'll have the judges review that. So that's currently going on. The deadline is July. Don't give me the line. It's somewhere on the website, July something.
Oh, well, it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
And that's the new way I see people doing a lot of things is by video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can really tell, maybe a little bit of the personality, get a better idea of their personality and different things like that and what type of fit they are. But if they're interested in doing it, I think I have a link, but if they're interested in the scholarship information, where do they go?
Definitely. You can email me at info@culturallyniger.com. You can inbox us on our Instagram page at Nigerian Cultural Parade, and it's the same handle on Facebook. You can hit us up there, Nigerian Cultural Parade, or just visit our website, nigeriaculturalparade.com.
Okay, and this is for high school seniors only, or is it certain?
No, it's 9 through 12.
Oh, cool.
So does it matter what they do with the money? Like, how do you guys determine, I guess, like what they do once they receive it, or does it matter?
Right. Yeah, we don't track that, but the question they're answering is a STEM question, so it's related to STEM.
Okay. Cool.
I'm glad we're talking about that because there's a lot of times there's scholarships and there's money out there and people just don't know, or they just don't hear about it. They're not exposed to it. So hopefully maybe somebody's out there watching this. They can definitely benefit from this. If you have children or if you're in high school watching this, they'll definitely benefit from that. There was another question I wanted to bring to your attention, and it was about you possibly having a political career. So I appreciate Mike Nelson asking that question. He asked like what motivated you to be out front, and is public office on your radar?
So I briefly answered that. So the Houston Black Leadership Institute is what really got me started. And that's a program that's under the Greater Houston Black Chamber. So what I loved about that program is we learned how things work. Like if you want to open a grocery store or something in a particular area, you don't just go there. Sometimes you got to get the community involved because the community can fight it back. I don't know if you've heard of like some neighborhoods that say they don't want Walmart in their area because it brings crime or stuff. So I learned all that and how things work and policies and things like that. So very interesting stuff that I didn't know. As far as a career in politics, I get that question a lot, and I don't know why. I don't know what people see in me, but
it might be your calling.
I don't know. God gonna have to write it on the wall for me. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see where things end up.
Okay, well that sounds good. So we're actually I told you we was gonna be here 20 minutes, but I know we went over. So do you have any other questions, Ms. Lady T?
No, this is really good. I love all the information. Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, you know what I want to know? Okay, so for the Nigeria Cultural Parade, you said it's also a vending event.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead.
I was going to say, if you have a business, small business, large business, you have items you want to sell or just information that you want to give out, we have opportunities for you to purchase a vendor booth. We'll give you a table and the 2 chairs. So that information is also on our website.
Okay, and this is in October.
October the 2nd. So we're also looking for volunteers. If you just want to help with the setup, you can do that. Or if you have a group that wants to participate, and you don't have to be Nigerian to participate in the actual parade. We're looking for groups to march around as well.
Okay, so that's why I wanted to make sure everybody knew, like, hey, it's open for everybody. If you have a business, are there any particular types of businesses, like with certain products, not food businesses, right? Or can you do everybody?
No, not food, but any other type of product.
Okay, and they just need to go to your website. I didn't put that on the screen, but I have the other info. So what's the website again?
www.nigeriaculturalparade.com.
NigeriaCulturalParade.com. All right, so we appreciate you coming on tonight. Do you have any final words or any questions for us before you go?
No, just want to say thank you. I had a blast.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being on the show, and hopefully around after October, after the cultural parade, maybe we can get you back on and we can talk about how it went. So I'm excited. I will be there. So I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. Look, y'all got all these great things going on in Houston. I might have to move down there.
Come on down. You got a couple of homes you can stay out over here. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Jane. We'll talk to you later.
Jane. All right. Thank you.
All right. So that was cool. So learned a little bit about the Nigeria culture. Niger. And my coworker, he was really eating that goat all year. I ain't even gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say his name, but the people that work there know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's funny. That's interesting. I might try some goat. I don't know. I've done deer.
Yeah, I just don't want to go pick them out though. That's all.
That's too much. I saw him die. No, that's too much.
So do you have anything going on with the charm school or kind of summertime? Is it kind of downtime?
Yeah, it's downtime. Like July is normally my planning for next year. But we just celebrated 6 years, like as a kind of like when I first started out on June 28th. So yesterday was 6 years. And so I have 2 girls, I think I mentioned before, that are moving to Atlanta. So just trying to plan kind of a little going away thing for them before they go. And that's about it. And then we'll start over for next year. So just trying to regroup and plan for the next year. So.
Okay, cool. And actually, I like that hat you got on right now. Now with LAMP, as I said, we were conducting the LAMP camp. This is
right. How's that going? Yes, mentorship.
Yeah, going pretty well. It was raining so bad the other day, but we still, made it there. Shout out to Jade and Becoming Kings and Queens. Shout out to Alicia Anderson for help assisting with, the Vanna White for the kids. She was on the board, and, assisting with the treats for the kids. So we appreciate everybody's help. Susie Williams, of course, Gene Williams.
Yeah.
So everybody, I probably missed some people, but we're going to talk about them again when Chip comes back next week. And
y'all are going virtual now, right?
Say it again.
Y'all going to do virtual now, right?
Well, they were, but now it's actually going to be still back at the campus.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
Like I said, COVID's gone, so we could go to the campus now. So, hey, we're going to be back at the Humble High School.
Okay.
Where it's located.
Nice.
So we'll be back over there. Next month, we will be on campus. It was going to be virtual, but I think they said everybody's good with going to the campus. So that's good. That's good with me.
That's good.
And then, as I mentioned, next week, we have another great guest coming up. Actually, Sheldon Thurgood with Thurgood Deeds will be on next week. He just released his book called Whatever It Takes. I think it was a week or two, probably 2 weeks ago now. Okay. So he's been on like a book tour right now. Nice. And if you go to his page, Sheldon Thurgood, you will see him with the Houston Mayor Turner, who
you shared him. I saw. Yeah.
Yeah. So so he'll be on next week, and we'll be talking about a lot of good things that he's been doing, of course, in the community for the past several years. So we're looking forward to that. And once again, thank everybody for joining us, watching the show, making comments, questions, and suggestions. So
absolutely,
we appreciate that, and we will see y'all next Tuesday, same time.
Yep.
And I think have a good July 4th weekend, right?
Yes, it's 4th of July this weekend.
Yeah, everybody
be safe.
Exactly. Be safe, be good. And mask up if you can. If not, you don't have to.
If not, be vaccinated, I guess.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We're out.
All right. Bye.